So, hello everyone. Welcome if you are new to the channel. Welcome back if you love me. I love you too. We are here to talk about the new moon in Capricorn, and it's a big one, okay? So, this new moon is the first of the year and quite critical in a lot of ways. All right, this will be the final new moon in Capricorn with Pluto for the rest of our lifetime. Technically, until January 9th, 2255, which is 231 years from now, right? On top of that, the conjunction of the sun and moon are an exact square to the nodes of fate and destiny. This will be exceptionally challenging, but tons of growth for cardinal signs. That's Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. There's blessings and love coming in for fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sag, and huge upgrades to work, both on the mundane and esoteric levels, coming from the conversation between Jupiter and Mars, who are gaining solidity with Saturn. Can't forget to mention all the lovely bullshit artistry going on with Mercury and Neptune as well. So let's break this all down so you know what the fuck is going on. Now, I saved the good stuff for the end. It's not all rough. Okay? You just need a heads up on the shit first. All right, so firstly, the main energy is the new moon, which is the sun and moon conjunct in Capricorn, squaring the nodes of fate and destiny and Chiron. The nodes are also taking uncomfortable challenges from Saturn and Pisces and wild card energy from Uranus and Taurus. And a gift from Venus and Sag. All right, new moons in general are all about the fresh start, clean slates, blank canvases, right? New book, new chapter, and the hidden manifestations of the divine feminine energy within the self. Okay. With Pluto just degrees away, the final Sun-Pluto conjunction is happening on January 20th. So the clean slate from this new moon can yield a powerhouse of newfound authority over a particular area of your life. I would look to the house where 20 degrees of Capricorn falls on in your birth chart. All right, and I would ask yourself too if you have any placements in your chart that fall on the 29 degree mark. Okay, in Capricorn or otherwise, right? Do you have any placements at 29 degrees? Because those placements are going to either help with this energy or challenge you further with it if you have 29 degree placements in your chart. Okay, this transit yields a mastery of how you invest your energy in that particular area, right? Wherever 20 degrees Capricorn falls, whatever house that is in your chart, right? Wherever that falls. The transit's going to help you yield a mastery in that area. And Pluto is going to determine how far you can take it in the creation of wealth, okay? However, the question is, where are you going to focus that mastery? The past or your future, right? Fate or destiny. Pluto, who knows no limits in this position with the new moon, can spark the legacy of personal empires in alignment with destiny, right? Focusing on leading the self out of victimization. It can be unfathomably abundant and immortalize people whose energetic footprint could be felt for hundreds and hundreds of years from now. In alignment, the whole world could know your name before your lifetime is done. Think about that. That's how powerful this is, okay? It can also lock people in the underworld, right? Stripped of their power for choosing a past life recycle with karmic soulmates. The complete diminishing of status by locking in with past life allegiances. Now, some fuck-ups are worse than others. And if I'm going to be completely honest, this is a make or break, don't fuck it up moment. You really have to choose to let go of things that put you in a position of feeling like the victim or becoming a target. From your own inability to see your manipulations and how they hurt others, to the inability to see the manipulations of others being used against you that end up hurting you in the end. Okay? Choosing to be naive to the self and others and defy mastery with a cling to ignorance may cause irreversible suffering through the rest of this lifetime as quote-unquote self-inflicted punishment for the failure to apply the wisdom, and would inherently need to be rectified next lifetime. Remember, Pluto knows no bounds. In other words, do things because it is right for you to do, and your highest good as a soul to do, and not for selfish, hidden agenda or hidden motive reasons. This is about the pure integrity and principle as both a teacher and a student of soul. You cannot heal in others what you have not healed within yourself. Okay, destiny belongs to the purest intentions. You really got to ask, are you a victim in soul or a champion of soul? A poor investor or the best investment? Whichever path, fate or destiny, it is up to you. Okay, what legacy do you want to leave behind? How do you want to be remembered? What do you want to be remembered for? What have you mastered? That's the main energy. Asking yourself these questions, taking a look at things, right? What do you want to focus on? What really makes your soul sing? Because that is the direction you want to move in alignment with. The second thing we're going to talk about are the challenges you are meant to rise to. The first one is Saturn. Okay. Now, Saturn is really sweet once you get to know him. His tough love comes from the right place. In fact, he loves you so much. The discomfort you feel from having made or making the wrong choices is so clear, you'll never make those mistakes again. In regards to soulmates from the past, you may remember them so unfondly from this life that next life, you won't want to deal with them ever again. It's a big win, if you ask me. Or you can just recognize them for the pain trigger that they are right now and let it go with grace and just let the chips fall where they may. All right, Saturn in Pisces is about the order that comes through quote-unquote hidden adversaries or secret enemies. Okay, I promise you, the enemy, quote-unquote enemy, isn't actually who you would first point your finger at. The culprit is most likely your own shadow. Right, who is triggered by the person mirroring back to you the strengths you don't yet possess, but that you're meant to embody, which is why you want to point the finger at them and vilify them. All right, mind you, your shadow is still present in the people you're favoring for filling some kind of void or wound that you're choosing not to face and heal. All right, that'll come back to bite people later because, Saturn challenging the nose. If you want to get on the Dharma side of karma and align with your highest good destiny, my best advice, face the reality of the mirror you find yourself in. Let go of the wishful illusions of power that your egoic mind fantasizes about that are distracting you from that reality. Right? The reality of the mirror that you really need to be looking in, so that you could better understand yourself and start to heal yourself, which will reflect in a healed reality, right? Because every other thing spinning around inside the mind telling you this is important, that's important, this is not important, fuck this shit, da 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 da, right? All of the drama that the mind spins is not helping you look in the mirror. That's a really big ego just blaring to distract you from what is actually going on. All right, Pisces is literally nothing is as it seems. So focus on your soul mission. It is literally hidden in plain sight. And it's only hidden because the big know-it-all ego is blocking the view. That's the first challenge. Recognize where your mind is getting in the way and really needs to shut up so that you can kind of look at the reality for what it is and how that's reflecting back at you, so that you can improve and move forward, right? The second challenge is Uranus and Taurus. It is Ceci quadrate Mars in Capricorn, where need be, especially if you are earth heavy in your birth chart. This might blow the reality wide open. All right. Like a missile of realization that too much control causes complete collapses. All right, I'm going to give you an example. You can hug your cat. But if you hug them too tightly, they'll claw your eyes out. And if you hug them even tighter, right? Love them even harder to try and get them to stop scratching, you probably won't have a living cat anymore. Okay? Too much control causes complete reality collapses. If the dictator of an ego got out of control, this challenge will undoubtedly humble their quote-unquote highness, okay? By the time Uranus goes direct on January 27th, 28th, depending on where you are in the world, it will be in trine with a Mars conjunct Mercury, who will be squaring the nodes. And Pluto and the Sun will be in Aquarius, which is Uranus's ruling sign. Is going to be a course-correcting banger of a revelation. All right, do not say I did not warn you. Look in the mirror and course-correct your faulty beliefs or skewed perspectives before the divine steps in to help you do that. This challenge with Uranus and Mars, that's a last call right now. Okay. That's the universe saying last call. Now the third challenge, Mercury in Sagittarius square Neptune in Pisces is still a thing. It's starting to separate, but it is definitely still a thing. Okay. This means gaslighting, outrageous lies, made-up stories, made-up people, made-up situations, complete and utter bullshittery, secret agendas, secret goals, hidden motives, hidden facts and omission, double-crossing, blackmail, people believing their own lies, hallucinations, manipulation, propaganda, fantastical and irrational thoughts spinning around inside the mind, paranoia, oversharing while intoxicated, delusional beliefs, mental breakdowns, disregard for boundaries, desecration, and expressions of self-righteous indignation that are far removed from remembering we are all connected as the one. Please beware of the ludicrousness and don't buy in to the quote-unquote passion of sociopathy. If you don't understand what I said, sociopaths, right? Passion of sociopathy. Sociopaths believe that they can lie to anyone about anything and that will believe them. As long as they're adamant, as long as they're animated, as long as they use big words, as long as they throw in half-truths, as long as they throw in fill in the blank, if they talk long enough, you'll believe them. Just because someone's passionate, just because someone's adamant, just because someone won't let it go does not mean they're honest. Okay, the passion of sociopathy. This is strongly affecting those who have significant placements between 23 and 29 degrees Sagittarius and or Pisces, especially if you got it both. Whether, you're doing it yourself or you're dealing with it from other people or both. The Mercury in Sag and Neptune in Pisces square is absolutely unhinged delusion. Unhinged bullshittery. Please be aware of it. Take everything you're hearing, especially from someone who has or might potentially have narcissistic or sociopathic or fucking psycho like brains. Like, please just trust your inner guidance system first. And if something is coming off so passionate that you're like, oh, really? And you're getting bought, like, don't buy into it. Don't buy into it, please. I guarantee you at least 90% of it is a complete made-up fabrication. The Mercury-Neptune square. Thirdly, now this is the good stuff, okay? We're going to talk about the trines. And there are some good ones, okay? And I'm definitely saving the best one for last. So the first one, and possibly the most important one, okay, is the new moon energy trine Uranus. This is the guarantee of a fresh start with new opportunities to invest in no matter what. Right, wrong, or indifferent, there is a guaranteed new reality that requests your attention. Just pick the right energy to move forward in. We're working on being in alignment, leading the self out of victimization, right? Out of victim mentality, not aligning with past life allegiances, right? We went over that in the first sleep part. Okay. Pick the right energy to move forward in. Uranus is the ruler of as above and so below, as within and so without. So if you trust your energy, you can trust the unknown. Your energy will take you to the right place at the right time and in the highest good way. Your intuition will be shining and sending you lots of, this feels right, good choice, confirmations as you move forward, even if the choices you're making are radically different from your typical way of doing things. Okay. The second trine is Jupiter in Taurus, trine Mars in Capricorn, with Saturn in Pisces sextiling in between them. All right, now this is quite a lovely conversation. Saturn and Mars are malefics, okay? And although Jupiter is typically denoted as a benefic because it results in blessings outright or in disguise, it is really just a big magnifier, which makes me feel like this energy puts some people in the position of the previously mentioned cat analogy. All right, the universe is going to hug them so tight that they kick and scream until they have no choice but to rebirth their super stubborn belief systems. All right, ultimately changing their behavior in the mirror of things for the better. This is especially potent for people with significant Capricorn, Pisces, and Taurus placements. Congratulations. Especially if it's like first decan, right? The first 10 degrees of the signs, Capricorn, Pisces, and Taurus. People with Scorpio, Cancer, and Virgo placements may be the ones that knock the first dominoes for them. Okay, just giving you a heads up there. Let's see. Third, and this is my favorite one. Venus in Sagittarius is trine Chiron and North Node in Aries. Those who lead themselves away from realities where they're being victimized or targeted by controlling energies will find reprieve with the Venusian energy. Now, Sagittarius is a sign of wisdom and higher visions, right? Highest visions. Venus is a planet of love and manifestation, right? Venus is naturally ruled by both Taurus and Libra. So if you're in alignment with this energy, and it's strongest for all fire sign placements between 10 and 20 degrees, okay? You may just be meeting some people who will help propel you into the bullseye of your life. This could be the manifestation of your dream partner, your dream career, your dream team, right? Your dream. Stay on the positive end of the nodal challenges. Powerful healing in the form of a selfless and merciful teacher may be on the way. All right. Now note there's an itty bitty semi-square Venus is taking from Pluto. So don't be afraid of your fire. All right. When it comes to the deep past, burn the bridge across all dimensions of time, space, and reality, and light that fire with love and gratitude in your soul, right? Never again, never going back to that old version of the self, right? Forever evolved, forever elevated, forever enlightened, you know, in that mentality, and just thanking the past for being what it was because it finally got you here. Because that's the real beauty. That's the real point of this whole entire transit, is to see the glow up, right? Is to see the glow up from this clean slate that's being given. Right now, people are choosing the trajectory. Do I go high with my energy, or do I go low with it? Because this, depending on how you choose, it's probably going to end up affecting multiple lifetimes from now, if I'm going to be really honest. So choose your best energy. Don't give in to guilt. Don't give in to fear. Don't buy into anxiety and worry and stress being normal, right? If you got to go all in on something, go all in. If you got to make radical changes, make radical changes. Trust the universe will have your back. Trust that when you shut doors and slam them shut, the universe immediately starts to show you new ones. So move forward with full faith in yourself, full trust in yourself and your own energy, and smile. Smile while you do it. Because I promise you, if you could smile while you do it, you're in alignment. I have faith that if you made it this far in the video, it's going to serve you well. And I want to take the time to thank you for tuning in, for tuning back in, and supporting me in the channel in that way. Thank you for dropping a like if you appreciate the fact that, I'm putting this kind of information out there for you. And definitely leave me comments and let me know, especially in hindsight, right? If this ended up making a whole lot of sense for you and your placements and what you've been going through, right? I greatly appreciate all the feedback from you guys. So thank you, and best best of energy and support through this transit. And I will see y'all again soon. Take care.